my first ever, I guess I call it a vlog. I'm new to the YouTube lingo. So I'm gonna introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me, and go from there. So I'm Brooke, and I have wanted to do a YouTube channel, I would say, gosh, for a year now. And originally I was blogging. I wasn't the best blogger, but I had it to where I would blog every Thursday about, fitness and health, and then overall wellness. Things I was very passionate about, but sometimes I feel like it's easier to talk about them rather than, sit and type. I also have a Instagram. I have a fitness Instagram where, I try to post workouts that I'm doing, progress, and motivational fitness things. Along with, on my stories, I always post my food every now and then. So I just figured, why not reach a bigger audience a different audience, or the same audience, I don't know, as, that I want to talk about things that I find important that maybe I can't write all out on a blog, or I can't write all out on like an Instagram, video or photo or whatever. So I figured, okay, let's do this, because I can film more workouts. I can, maybe film what I'm cooking and talk about that, and also just kind of vlog, because I really have wanted to, and talk about things that I am passionate about, talk about things that I think are important nowadays. So let's get into talking about me and my fitness journey. So I never really did sports in middle school or high school. I did, basketball when I was in elementary school, but going into my 6th grade year, my dad got sick. He had lung cancer, and that had metastasized to the brain. So I did basketball tryouts as my dad was sick, and it was definitely a God thing because he didn't make it. And I loved basketball. I loved playing basketball. And I practiced, but I was never very good at my left hand, so I practiced more with my left hand, and my right hand got weaker, which is kind of a weird thing. But like I said, it's a God thing, so I didn't make it on the team because I couldn't dribble very strongly with my right hand, which is still such a silly reason for a 6th grade 12-year-old to not make a team. But as I said, again, it's a God thing because my dad, he was terminally ill. And so he passed away July 19th, 2006. And so, it's a blessing. I was able to spend that time with him and my family. And so yeah, after that, I would say I put on some weight as, 8th grade going into high school. I would say my weight fluctuated. My fitness journey has been like this. So sophomore year, I put on I don't know how much, I can't even remember. I remember I went to the doctor's office, and she said, you're slightly overweight for your age and your health, or no, your age and your height, not health, whatever. And so that, as a 16 or 15-year-old, is like, oh my gosh, I'm overweight. It hits you hard. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching what I'm eating. I'm gonna write it all down in a journal. My mom had really good at-home workouts, videos, so I would do those, and I slimmed down. By senior year, I was 130, and I started doing a step class at the gym that I go to now, and I really loved, that cardio part of it. He also had a weight part that was included, and so I really enjoyed that, but I didn't really get into lifting and lifting heavy for a couple years. So, graduated high school, I put on, it's so embarrassing, I put on 35 extra pounds. I was 165, I'm 5'3", 165 pounds at 5'3". You can tell, and you don't feel good. Your face breaks, my face broke out. pants were tied on me. Like, I was so like insecure about myself, and it was my own fault. Like, I did it to myself. So I wanted to make a change, and I started, you know, not just going to Step. I was watching what I was eating. That's when I got my FitnessPal. I was counting calories at the time. I didn't know anything about macro counting. And so then my brother got really into lifting and powerlifting, and so I was like, oh, he knows so much. Like, I want to learn how to lift so that I can have muscle and whatever. So he showed me some things. I got on bodybuilding.com and had my, like, picked out one of their beginner plans, and that was my split for a while. And then I got to join Bellinger's Power Team, and it was then where I gained more knowledge of lifting and lifting correctly and increasing the weight correctly and how to build and how to lean out, and even more about eating. I learned what, you know, how much fat and types of like fats, carbs, and proteins, like learning all about those and how to, like, literally I started measuring everything. Like, this was a whole new world to me, and I loved it because when I was tracking and I was measuring out, I had more energy. I felt better when I was lifting. I could see a difference. Like, I had a lifting and cardio, and I was tracking what I was eating all the time. And then like I said, my passion grew, and so, you know, I'd go back and forth. Basically, you'd have days because I was in school, so I would be like super tired, and stressed. And like, wow, I would, you know, miss a couple days, but then, you know, I was still very consistent. So I've been consistent with tracking and with lifting since 2014. 2015. Yeah, 2015. Since then. With, like, it's before then I started lifting, but with Bellinger's Power Team I learned even more, and so with that, 2015. And then this year I had the privilege of mentoring that team, like being a mentor, not mentoring the whole team, but being a mentor, and I loved it. And what I got to do was I got to, you know, plan specific workouts for 2 days out of the week, so Thursday nights and Saturday mornings. Whatever the split was that I was on, I planned it, or I helped, and I contributed. I gave some ideas, and my ideas I got to help other members on the team who were mentors. I got to help them learn how to lift a little bit better. Help them with form, and I learned too. While being there, I learned, you know, how to do certain exercises the right way. When I was like, oh man, I am messing up. Like, I'm not doing a good job at that. So I learned, and I also learned, you know, even like hands-on stuff and gaining confidence, because I want to be a trainer. I want to be a coach. I love fitness. I love health, and I love helping people. And so, like, I gained more confidence, because before I was like, well, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to necessarily help someone else. And so having that team aspect and mentor meetings with the main coach, which is Mike Bellinger, who taught my step class, and he is one of my most favorite people in the entire world. I love Mike Bellinger. He's great. But I just, it's just great to see other people too gain the confidence to be like, wow, I just bench pressed, I think 135. Like, the other day I saw one of the team members, she put up 135 6 times with good form. I was like, you go, girl. Like, just that whole aspect. And that's why I love it. That's why I love health and fitness, because one, it's an outlet for stress. It's also a way to transform your body, and it's great because you can put your hard work in, and some days, you know, you're off, and that's okay. It happens to everyone. It happens to me a lot. But to just see your strength increase, to see your body change because you're putting in that hard work, and then to have that group camaraderie where it's like, you go, girl, you do your thing. Like, that makes me so excited and so happy. So that's a little bit about me and my fitness journey. and my passion. I love fitness and I love health, I love people, and I want to help them. And so the whole point of having this YouTube channel is to basically put my videos out there and be able to help people where I can, and you know, I guess record my journey along the way. So hopefully I can get some YouTube followers to like my channel, because I'm very passionate about all this stuff, and I just want to help people. So that's enough about me, and I guess you'll see me in another video if you like this one. So everyone have a great day. It's beautiful out. Well, today when I'm recording this, it's beautiful out, but yeah. So okay, well, I'm gonna stop talking. So